Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to another Feature Friday. Today, we welcome former State College High School All-State corner, Penn State Nittany Lion Catman, and safety Keaton Ellis. Keaton, how are you doing today?
Good, good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you so much for being here with us today. We know you have a busy week, but Coach Johnson said he witnessed greatness in your leadership skills and your awesome athleticism when you played AAU basketball with his son when you were younger. So, what made you want to transition from the basketball realm to football?
Yeah, I started off, I played a lot of sports early on. And basketball was, something that I fell in love with. And I think transitioning to playing football, I got into football a little bit later. Obviously, I wanted to play when I was younger, but parents didn't, give me opportunity to play until eighth grade. So once I played in eighth grade, just from that first practice, putting the pads on and going out there, and everything came kind of easy to me. So it was just so much fun, and I fell in love with it from day one.
That's awesome, and you say it was a natural occurrence, and it definitely ran in the family because your dad played football at Penn State too. You grew up in the area. Did you always know you were gonna go to Penn State, and did you always wanna play in Beaver Stadium just like your dad did?
Yeah, it was growing up. It was nice not only to hear stories from my dad and kind of look up to my dad and want to you know reach the accomplishments that he reached. But just being around and going to the games as a kid, you can only get motivated and inspired to play for Penn State. And growing up in the back of my head, it was always a goal of mine and something that I was motivated to reach. And just to the work and all the extra stuff that I did to give myself the best opportunity to get a scholarship offer, and I was able to do that, and so it was a no-brainer to commit there.
Obviously, and you made a great impact. You worked hard in high school, you got to where you needed to, and you played at such a high level too. So when you transitioned from high school to the collegiate level, what was the biggest adjustment you had to make being a student athlete and then playing at the Division I level in the Big Ten?
Yeah, I would say as far as being a student athlete, there's a lot more that's required of you, at the college level, just as far as your time and you're more invested in the sport that you're in, and also classes are harder. Classes are a little bit longer, and so it was a lot at first, and it took me a little bit to kind of get my feet in the ground and figure out what works best for me. But as far as just like the skill level change. I for me having I graduated early, so having done that, it was a big help for me. Just to get through some workouts and that winter session before spring ball started. Just to kind of gauge where I was at athletically, and I was able to get stronger and faster, which helped me, going into spring ball and giving me the confidence to have success early.
That's awesome. I mean, you seem determined. You definitely have that work rate, the motivation to put in the work. On top of putting in all that work in the gym, on the athletics, and on the field, how did you manage your busy schedule in addition to academics, your film, your travel, and communicating with your teachers about your schoolwork?
Yeah, it's definitely hard at first. You have a lot going on, and just for me to try and find a schedule that worked best for myself, a schedule that I was able to get everything that I needed done. So basically making sure that one of the biggest things for me was making sure, because at the time I was trying to gain weight, so making sure I was getting my meals in. So giving myself time in the morning to get breakfast, and then between classes and practice to get some lunch. But for me, I kind of wanted to, do everything I needed to do on the front end. So I had more time, for social stuff and just for myself afterwards. So, getting out of practice, making sure I get home, and get right to whatever schoolwork I had to do, and that just set myself up just to have some more free time for myself, because the schedule gets so busy. You can kind of lose time for yourself. So, and I think that's really important, is to definitely find time for yourself, and that just starts with time management and making sure that you're everybody's different, but making sure that your schedule is lined up the best for you.
Right. And you said it best there. Obviously, you can't make a schedule for someone else, but you know yourself best and how much is too much. So that's good. You found that healthy balance between work, school, and having a social life as well. And in your huge rivalry games against like Michigan State, Ohio, you played in the big bowl games. Can you speak about how you mentally prepared yourself before you went into these games and what was going on through your head throughout the duration?
Yeah, the biggest thing for me is, everyone's gonna get, pregame jitters or whatnot, but just to channel that in the best way possible and channel that energy to help you get through the games and physically, because it's training physically and mentally. So you have to prepare for that. And at the end of the day, like you put in the work, and you just gotta trust yourself and trust the work that you put in. So then at the end of the day, you can go out and have fun. And it's just a game, and you played it your whole life. So at the end of the day, that's what it is, and you have to keep it simple. And if you can do that, you go out there and have fun and give good effort. And I think that's the biggest thing, is always give good effort no matter what the circumstances. And I think the results, will go the way you want them to.
Honestly, that's probably the best piece of advice I heard because confidence and effort there, if you exuberate both of
Yeah.
those on the field, you've put in the work, it's just going to translate. And obviously, that translated into your pro day where you posted a 4.43 40-yard dash, a 39-inch vertical, your broad jump of 10 feet, 9 inches, which is insane. Talk about the training there and kind of just the mindset you were there going into this day.
Yeah, it was 3 months, working 5 days a week, sometimes 6 days a week, and just you just got to fall in love with it and fall in love with the grind, and that'll help you through it. And it was a long process, running and lifting every day, but it all pays off. And you know luckily, I want to shout out my coach, Coach T, the strength coach at Penn State, who I train with. He laid out a great plan for us, and set us up for success. And I would just also, big thing for me was just finding someone to go through it with. So I had, a workout partner that, we trained together, which definitely helps. So, on the days where you didn't really want to, they pick you up. So just, fall in love with the grind. And that's really what I did, and just put my head down and worked, and the results paid off.
That's awesome to not only have a coaching staff that cares about who you are as a person and where you get, but the accountability of your teammates and your workout partner, like you mentioned, just to hold you guys at that high standard to achieve greatness. With
Right.
that being said, too, what piece of advice would you like to leave the Rising Star football campers with? It could be throughout your journey, the academic portion, just something that you think, something that resonated with you that could translate and help them.
Yeah, I would just say, number one, just fall in love with it, and find something that you love to do and do it 100%. And the other thing I would say is just, you know, all the reps you get, you got to make them count. And you got to just control the things you can control. And if you control the things you control, you're gonna like where you're at and set goals for yourself. And work hard at the end of the day. No matter where your skill level is at, hard work, trumps all that stuff. So, no, just keep working and stay at it.
That's awesome. And Keaton, we wish you nothing but the best as you prepare for the NFL draft next week. And we will be watching from the sidelines. Anything else you'd like to leave? Any closing remarks?
Yeah, I'll just say, if I will register now for any summer camps, the Rising Stars camps, they put together good stuff, and you're gonna learn from that kind of thing, those kind of things, and it's another opportunity for you to learn and grow, not only as a man but as a player.
Thank you so much. And thank you for tuning in to Keaton Ellis's journey. We wish him nothing but the best. I'm Ashley Hudak, and we will see you on the next Feature Friday.